Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a cloudy Texas morning. It is beautiful. It feels great though. And I have some updates on the Copart C2. All right, here she is this morning. You may notice it moved. And maybe something electronic worked, the wipers.
No. Power. It can't hear you.
Still looks very sad. That's okay. Not what we're here for. Another update last night. Oh, I had the key working last night. And she doesn't want to work. Hold on. And that is because the battery flat again. All right, we're gonna jump her with the beast flappy. Right, the other thing I'm gonna do is wash this dang thing. It is filthy. You can see our Christmas cow out there. This hose is never kinky, so that's a plus. Okay, I'm not gonna wash it, like wash it, because yeah, I'm not going to right now. It's just really, really dusty from the auction, and so I'm literally just gonna hose this off. Look at all that though. I mean, like, she's looking clean. Ignore that boo-boo. Yeah, I mean, she cleans up okay. This car, I figured out the owner lived in Houston. I did get it fired up yesterday. I charged the battery for 2 hours on a slow charger, and it finally fired up, and I let it run for about 30 minutes. And the air conditioning, ice cold, like ice cold. It was way cold. Really surprised by that. Everything worked for the most part. All the windows went up and down. A couple of issues, like the rear window shade is stuck halfway on one side, so it's probably toast. And the rear driver's side door lock sounds like a machine gun when you try to unlock the doors. So I'm sure that's just a bad door lock actuator or motor, whatever it is. There we go. Rinsed it off a little bit. You can see it a little better. It's like pretty straight lines, you know. It doesn't really have a lot of dents and dings. I'll get this side a little better. You know, it's got some scratches and stuff like that. Maybe I will wash this with some soap. It's still so grimy. Yeah, both the headlights still work. The fog lights even work. The fan and the radiator are kind of pressed very close to the pulley. In fact, I think it's touching one of them. So when it's running, you can kind of hear a weird noise. So yeah, that could eventually cause a bit of an issue. But I'm not going to get this thing back on the road. The reality is this car is helping me launch a business that I'm starting parallel to my full-time job, where I'm going to be parting out some of my favorite cars from, you know, this era and older. This car came out, this one in particular was manufactured in my senior year of high school, 2004. And I really wanted one of these. I remember begging my stepdad at the time to like co-sign or lease one of these for me, because I thought it was so cheap. I remember you could get this on Paper in Utah, where I grew up, you could get the C230 compressor coupe, which was hideous, but you know, it was a Benz, so I didn't care. You could lease it at the time. I think this is in 2002 when it first came out. You could lease it for, I think it was $199 a month or $249 maybe, somewhere in that range. And you had to put, you know, 2,500 bucks down or whatever. And I had saved up almost that much by then to buy my first car. And then, you know, he kind of taught me the lesson of like, hey, it's not just a car payment, right? It's the insurance, it's the ongoing maintenance. These things are pricey to maintain, and you know, forget the fact that you're 16 and the insurance premiums on a Mercedes for a 16-year-old would be obscene. And you know, it was okay. So I had always wanted a Mercedes growing up. It was just a thing for me. It just meant something to me. So this is definitely an interesting car from that era for me. God, I love those cars. They handle really well. I mean, they technically compete, you know, with BMWs now. That's the broken one. Of course, they compete with BMW and 3 Series and Audi A4s, but they're not like dynamic like them. You know, they're not meant to be a sports car per se. They're sporty, but they still have that heft and that bulk of a traditional Mercedes. And so it'll take a corner no problem, and it will make you feel very confident during the corner. But you're not going to do like, you know, smoky, drifty burnout type thing while you're doing it. And for me, that's okay. You know, I don't want a car like that. I want a car that's really comfortable for a commute. But, you know, I feel like I can take a highway curve at 90 miles an hour and the car's not going to lose its composure completely. And these always have a very good feeling of solidity, so I've always really liked them. I don't have a commuter car anymore. I don't commute. I work from home now. Have since COVID, and I now have an R129. I'll do a video on that, letting you meet. Bruno is what I've nicknamed my pride and joy. So more to come on that. Okay, here's the mighty Tundra. We have this nickname Flaffy. That's a nickname for another day. So we're gonna jump start it. Maybe this thing is a beast. I really like it a lot. We just picked it up in October. So let's get this baby Benz jumped. All right, trusty jumper cables connected, Flaffy, sport mode engaged. Let's fire up. Dash awake. Let's see. Dash is awake. Don't stumble, that's okay. I stumble when I wake up in the morning. Okay, let's go. Oh Lord. Got a belt squeal. Neighbors are gonna love that. Yep, that's good. Okay, so ABS, ESP, BAS, all sorts of good stuff. Check engine light. Heyo. Maybe for a quick drive and show you what she's about. Drives. Do you hear that? Goes into drive and the revs go down pretty low and it just vibrates.
What on God's green earth did you buy?
That kind of is. All right, so this car. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Actually, I smell rotten eggs really bad.
Oh my Lord.
something going on there. It does not have a lot of power. It is not. I mean, I know they weren't like that fast to begin with, but this is definitely low on power. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. Checking the ABS.
The guy? Okay. No?
And it just finished. Codes are cleared. It is now reading good health. We'll see if it stays that way. You saying there's a brake assist and some ABS not active?